Okay, good Yontov, everybody. Welcome. This is Temple Sinai of Palm Beach County. This is our family service for the High Holy Days, and I'm Rabbi Aviva, and this is my friend Rabbi Brett, and together we're going to lead our service this afternoon.
So we're going to start with the words Hine Matov. It's so good for all of us to be together. There's two things that you have to know. The first one is there are going to be some claps. Can everyone clap? Oh, that was very good. Oh, not so much energy, but it's a start. So we're going to go like this. Hine Matov. Clap, clap. Try it with me. Hine Matov. Manayim. Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Let's try that again. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Now the next part, I'm going to say something and you're going to repeat after me, and then we're going to do something together. We go like this. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
And together we go to how good it is. How good it is. How sweet it is. How sweet it is to be together on this day. Let's just try that. To be together on this day. Good. Repeat after me. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. It's the whole thing. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. You want to try and see if they'll repeat after you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Okay.
How good it is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day. All right, here we go. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
So, there are different melodies that are sung or chanted in different services. So, being that this is the High Holy Days, we're going to be using melodies that are just in the High Holy Days. So, if you went to a synagogue anywhere in the world, you would hear this melody at this time, and you'd know, hey, it's Rosh HaShanah. So let's sing this melody so you can get used to how it goes.
Try with us.
Great. So I think we're ready now for the Barhu, which is the call to worship. And for the Barhu, we actually turn and face the ark. So we're going to stand up, those who are able to do so, and we're going to turn toward the ark. I'm going to half turn, so you can see me. And we're going to sing a special Baruch. This is
So-
called Am I Awake?
Am I awake?
I think some of you know this already.
So the Baruch Hu is called the call to worship. And we have to stand up, and we have to sometimes turn and face a different direction than we were before. So the English, it just kind of helps us figure out if we're really ready. Are you ready to pray? That's what the Baruch Hu is really all about. So we sing like this. Ya-la-lai-lai-lai, 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 ya-la-lai-lai-lai. Am I awake? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Am I prepared? Are you listening? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la. Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la. Rabbi Aviva, do we do anything special for the Baruch Hu?
Oh, yes. We bend our knees and we bow toward the ark.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. We're going to bow again. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Ba'ed Le'olam Ba'ed Ya-la-la-la-la, 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 ya-la-la-la-la.
So, very soon we're going to be singing the part of the service that's called the Shema. And Shema means to listen or to hear. And we're telling everybody to listen, to hear that our God is one. But before we do that, we have to make sure that we're open to hearing it, to really hearing and really understanding that God is one. And so to get us in the mood, we have this song called Open Up Our Eyes. And it is a song that is about knowing that God is one.
Open up our eyes and teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name. And we will know that you are one. Try it with us. Oh, open up our eyes.
Open up our eyes.
Teach us how to live.
Teach us how to live.
Fill our hearts with joy. Fill our hearts with joy. And all the love you have
to give.
Gather us in peace.
Gather us in peace.
As you lead us to your name. As you lead us to your name. And we will know that you are one. Try it one more time. Open up our eyes.
Open up our eyes. Teach us how to live.
Fill our hearts with joy. and all the love you
have to give.
Gather us in peace, gather us in peace, as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. And we will know that you are one, and we will know that you are one. And we will know, and we will know that you are one.
So now it's time for the Shema. So we're going to sing that. And we're told to say these words in any position that we happen to be. And actually, we say these traditionally before we go to bed at night. Maybe some of you do this with your parents, the bedtime Shema. And that's okay to be lying down and say Shema. So we're going to be remaining sitting for this. Some people like to stand, but we'll stay sitting. So this is Shema. And hopefully you know the words, but I think that they're on the screen as well. So please join us for Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam
And after the Shema, we have a paragraph that's called the Ahafta. Maybe some of you know it, but we're not going to sing it in English, in Hebrew. We're going to sing it in English. And you shall love. So please join us in singing the English.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you're walking by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise, and when you rise, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, so you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
So next in our service is the Michamocha, and the melody that we're going to use, I think you know the Michamocha, so please feel free to get up, dance around, clap your hands, whatever feels comfortable to you.
Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nehedar b'kodesh, Norah tehilo Yosef eleh, Norah tehilo Yosef eleh. Shira chadasha, shir geulim, לשמך שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Yailai, sing with us.
Yai lai lai ya la 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 ya la lai. Yai lai lai ya la 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 la. Ya lai la lai lai ya la 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 ya la lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yai lai lai lai.
So today is Rosh HaShanah. And between now and the next holiday, which is Yom Kippur, which is in 10 days from today, well, 9 days more, but on the 10th of Tishrei, today is the first of the month of Tishrei, the Hebrew month, and on the 10th of the month of Tishrei, we have Yom Kippur. And between this time is a very kind of serious time when we're supposed to think about the things that we've done wrong in the past year, things we want to do better, and things that we're grateful for, too, that happened in the last year. We're really thinking about how to keep those things in our lives which are really working and wonderful, and how to discard those, get rid of those things that aren't working for us or aren't working for the people around us. So that's what we call teshuvah. You may have heard me talk about teshuvah. If you've been in the religious school for more than a year, you heard me talk about it last year. Teshuvah comes from the root shuv, and that means return. So we're returning to good behavior, we're returning to God or godliness, and we're returning to what we hope will be our behavior in the year to come. So those are the themes of the holidays. When we are going to do this next prayer, which is the tefillah or amidah, we're going to have a little bit of silent time, not completely silent. We'll hear a little guitar while we're silent. And we're going to think about what things we liked that happened in the past year and what things we didn't like that we want to get rid of in ourselves to make us better people. So with that in mind, we're going to rise and sing Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. And this is a fun melody. You may have heard it before. Ana na na na. So so please join us. Adonai. Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai. Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai. Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai. Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Ata Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. We forgot something, didn't we? We did. We did. So in the middle of this prayer for the high holidays,
Yes.
all year long, there's a little paragraph that sits all the way at the bottom of the page, and we never need to look at it because it only applies
Now.
during these 10 days. Oh, Be'ahava. So this is a melody for those words that we only use at this time of the year. It goes like this. Zochreinu lechayim, melech hafetz b'chayim. Zochreinu lechayim, melech hafetz b'chayim. וכתבנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. וכתבנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
We're going to take a few moments for some silent prayer as we think about the year that has passed and what we hope for the year to come.
עושה שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. Can you count? Can you go 1, 2, 3, 4? May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. במרומיו עושה שלום, עושה שלום. במרומיו הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. Uyase, uyase, uyase shalom. Aleinu. Canada, go 1, 2, 3,
4.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace
down.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
So I'd like to tell you a story. We don't know if this really happened or not, but this is a legend. You may have heard it once or twice before. I don't know. If you've heard it, it bears repeating because it's a really good story. It's one of my favorites at this time of year. What happened was a very long time ago in a very small shtetl far, far away, a little town. Shtetls were little towns in Eastern Europe. There was a very tight-knit community. It means everybody knew each other, everybody talked to each other, everybody knew who everybody else was. And one day, a man realized that he had said something terrible about a woman, and all of a sudden, one day she was gone. She left the village. She was so upset when she heard what was said about her that she left because he said something to one person, and that one person told somebody else, and that somebody else told 2 other people, and by the time it was finished, a week had passed, maybe 2 weeks, and it was all over the village about this woman. We don't know if what he said was true or not. It might have been, but even so, it was something that shouldn't have been said. And this man felt terrible because the woman left the shtetl. She left their village because she was humiliated. He didn't even know how to get in touch with her to apologize or anything. So he didn't know what to do. So he went to his rabbi and he said, Rabbi, what do I do? This is what happened, and the woman left the shtetl. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do to make this up. What can I do? So the rabbi thought a little bit, and back then, all the rabbis were men. So he stroked his beard, very rabbinic-like back then, and said, I want you to go home, and I want you to take one of your pillows. And what I want you to do is take that pillow and take a knife and cut open the pillow. And then I want you to open your window and let out all of the feathers. The man thought, what? Is my rabbi Meshugana? But, okay, he's the rabbi. He must know what he's talking about. So he went home, and he did exactly what the rabbi said. He went home, he got one of his pillows. He thought, okay, I have a couple more. I guess I can do this. It's okay. I'll live without it. And back then, pillows were filled with feathers. Nowadays, pillows can be filled with many other things, but back then they were only feathers. So he cut it open. He opened the window and flew out all of the feathers. He opened up the pillow so that the feathers all came out. He thought, oh, okay. He saw all the feathers on the wind, looked at his empty pillowcase and thought, okay, I did what the rabbi said. Now what? That didn't do anything. I don't see anything magical happening. The woman's not back in the village. What's going on? So he went back to the rabbi and said, Rabbi, I did what you said, and now what do I do? And the rabbi said, now go back, and I want you to look all over the town and gather all the feathers you just let out. And he said, but that's impossible. I can't gather all of those feathers. They're all over the place. I don't even know if they're even in our town anymore. I think they were taken up into the wind. They could be in the trees. They're all over. What do I do? And he said, so that's the lesson I want you to learn. You may not be able to do anything for this one situation, but I want you to know in the future that when you say something to someone else, it's like the feathers that have been let out. you can't take it back. And one feather can lead to many other feathers because one person tells someone else, and that's what happens when we aren't careful with how we speak. So that's the moral of the story. So a lot of what we do wrong in our lives, a lot of the things that we regret are things that we let out, that we say without really thinking about it, or that we say and it hurts somebody else, or that we may say and somebody else tells somebody else. And that's a really terrible feeling. And that's one of the things that we are making teshuvah about. We're thinking about, what things did I say this past year or do that hurt somebody else? And what can I do to make it up to that person? Or also, what can I do in the future to correct that? So there are pieces of our liturgy, there are prayers that we say during this time that help us to feel like we're purging ourselves, we're getting rid of all the yucky stuff that's inside. And one of those is called the Ashamnu. And we're going to do a version of the Ashamnu that's a little bit different. It has some English words, but the melody you may have heard if you've come into the synagogue, or your parents may have heard if they've come. So Rabbi Brett, why don't you teach us this melody?
So before we get to the melody, what do people do when they say a shamnu? What do we normally do during that part of the service? Yeah. So can you make a fist with your hand? So you make a fist, and then you're going to tap your heart, right over your heart, this whole area. Now, some people think it's this. Have you ever done that? Have you ever made that noise? So that's not what we're doing. We're just kind of tapping ourselves.
Very lightly.
Very lightly. And it helps us to remember that sometimes stuff gets stuck right here, and we have to remember to let it in. We have to let it sink into our hearts. So we're going to go like this. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Ay, 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 na, 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 ay, na, na, na. Now, in Hebrew and in English, you're going to repeat. Can you repeat after me? Can you be my echo?
I'll be your echo, Rabbi Brett, and hopefully they'll join me.
Ashamnu,
Ashamnu,
Bagadnu,
Baganu,
Gazalnu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu Dofi.
Dibarnu Dofi.
And so we tap,
And
tap,
so we
tap, tap, tap your heart, and tap,
And
tap,
tap,
and tap your heart, and tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Ay, 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 ya na na ya na ya na na na. Repeat after me. We've made mistakes.
We've made mistakes.
We've done bad things.
We've done bad things.
But this is what
the
new year brings.
the new year brings.
A chance to change.
A chance to change.
A chance to grow.
A chance to grow.
With one small step.
With one small step.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
And so we tap, tap, tap your heart. And tap, tap, tap your heart. And tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart.
So there is another song that you probably have heard called Avinu Malkanu. And in Hebrew, Avinu means our father, or you could think of our parent. And Malkanu is our king or our sovereign. So those ideas are at once the Avinu, which is someone close to you, your parent, and also someone very far, like a king or a queen in a castle. So at once, God is both of those things. God is very close to us as well as very far away, all at the same time. And so when we sing this, we're asking God to forgive us for everything that we have done. So it's Avinu Malkanu. Please join us in the singing.
Avinu Malkanu, Oneinu Vahaneinu. Avinu Malkanu, Oneinu Vahaneinu, Ki ein bano masi. Yaseh Asyanu, Tzedaka v'chesed. Yaseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu. Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu, Ki ein banu ma'asim.
So that's how it goes. If you can't sing the words, you can just do Yadai and just sing Avinu Malkanu at the beginning. What we're going to do is when we sing Avinu Malkanu, it's traditional that we open the ark. And I want you to see how pretty those scrolls are. They're all draped in white because we're trying to clean our slate during this time. We're trying to start over. And by Yom Kippur, hopefully, we will. So we're going to open the ark, and those who are able to do so, please rise, look at the Torah scrolls, and we're going to sing Avinu Malkanu.
Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu. Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu, Ki ein bano ma'asim. Yaseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed. Yaseh imanu tzedaka v'chesed v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu. Avinu Malkenu, Oneinu Vahaneinu, Ki ein bano ma'asim.
Okay, we're going to close the ark. But it's traditional to stay standing for the blessing for the shofar. Now, the shofar blast is supposed to wake us up and say, hey, it's this time of year again. And it is something that we're not used to hearing most of the time. Some people think it sounds like a baby crying. Some people think it sounds like, I don't know, an elephant trumpeting. But it really is a ram's horn, a shofar, that you're going to hear. And it's so exciting that we have a special blessing for it. And Rabbi Brett, would you like to chant this special blessing?
Sure.
I can give it to you here. If you,
I think I remember.
Okay.
So this blessing, we have lots and lots of different blessings. And we have lots and lots of different melodies that we sing when we say blessings. But this blessing, it sounds kind of like the shofar. All the different noises that the shofar makes, all the toot, 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 toots. This blessing kind of sounds like that. We say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, mitzivanu lishmoa kol shofar.
Amen. And we say Shechianu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Repeat after me. Thank you, God, for giving us life.
Thank
you, God, for
giving us life.
And thank you, God, for helping us live.
for helping us
live. Thank you, God, for bringing us here.
Thank you, God, for bringing us here.
To this time, everybody say, to this
time.
We say, thank you, God, for giving us life.
Thank you, God, for giving us life.
And thank you, God, for helping us live. Thank you, God, for helping
us live.
And thank you, God, for bringing us here.
Thank you, God, for bringing us here.
To this time.
To this time.
Now, the words in Hebrew are really kind of hard to say. See if you can repeat after me. Shechianu.
Shechianu.
V'kiyemanu.
V'kiyemanu.
V'higianu. V'higianu. Lazman hazeh.
Lazman.
So that means,
hazeh.
Thank you, God, for giving us life.
Thank you, God, for giving us life.
And thank you, God, for helping us live.
God,
for helping us
live.
And thank you, God, for bringing us here.
Thank you, God, for bringing us
And
here.
let's do it together. To this time.
Okay, so now here are the shofar calls. And you can see our two ba'alei tekiah. And they are getting ready. Tekiah. Shavarim Trua. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shavarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Trua. Tekiah Gedolah.
Oh.
Wonderful. Yesha koach. Beautiful. So that last one was a tekiah gedola, a big sound, a long sound. And so why don't we teach a little song that's going to help them remember what call
What
is
it
what?
sounds like? Yeah. So the calls are kind of hard. There's a 1 sound call, and there's a 3 sound call that kind of goes up and down. And then there's one that has 9
Oh, and
different...
you can sit down for this.
Oh,
Everyone can sit down.
9 different notes in it. Can you count to 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they go really, really, really fast. All you have to do for this song is just repeat after me. But the chorus we're going to do together. So it goes like this. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. All right, the first sound the shofar makes. See if you can repeat after me. Tekiah.
Tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. All right, so the second call, let's see if we remember. It goes like this. Shivarim. Can you do that? Shivarim. And the first call went Tekiah.
Tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. All right, so the third sound, it has all those little notes in it. It goes tiru. Can you try it? Tiru. Very good. Shivarim.
Shivarim.
Tekiah.
Tekiah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, Sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. So Rabbi Aviva just kind of told us the last sound that the shofar makes is that first one that we learned. It just goes on for a really long time. So for this, you need to take a really deep breath. Can everybody take a really deep breath? It goes like this. Tekiah Gedolah. That's pretty good. Can you do that? Tekiah Gedolah. Oh. Teruah. Teruah. Shivarim.
Shivarim.
Tekiah.
Tekiah.
Here we go. I like to hear the shofar blast. Sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. I like to hear the shofar blast. Sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Oh, one little last announcement before we go.
Thank you, Rabbi Aviva, and a great big Shana Tova to all of the families that are joining us today.
Shana Tova. Thank you. Shana Tova.
Ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na na.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.